tulikuwa tumelala usiku. Then my husband was telling me, nimeamka nimeota ndoto mbaya. Then kuamka asubuhi I was bleeding. Nikamwambia nina bleed na sijui ni kwa nini. Na ninasikia pain. Wakati nilipata miscarriage ya 3, I became so scared. In fact we decided we are not getting pregnant again. We decided because we were like, no, this thing is not working. Nilimiscarry ya 3 tukiwa church. And mimi ndo nilikuwa na lead prayers. I think it was on a Saturday, then I miscarried. Then on Sunday morning, I was the one leading prayers. And I told myself, I told God, I will serve you regardless. Sitakosa kwenda church because ati nime have another miscarriage. I will go to church and I will still serve you.
So my name is Elkana Mwangi, born again. Currently naishi Mudhore, that is towards Wangige, and I'm a businessman. So, and with me is my lovely wife, wanamuita Sweet Love. So karibu sana.
My name's Christine Mwangi, and I am also born again, and I'm happily married to this wonderful man here. And I'm currently I'm a worship leader, and I also teach vocals once in a while. Coming from a big family, na tumezoea kukaa wengi, tumezoea watu, tumezoea kuishi na watu. I have never ever seen myself living alone. So nilikuwa nakaa na hesabu masaa yenye anafika, na ngoja naanza kuhesabu minutes. Yako karibu kufika. Nikiona hajafika naanza kumpigia simu. Uko happy, hujarudi, hujafika bado, kwani hujatoka job. And that's really how it was for us, because I was not working then. I was still a housewife, but nilikuwa pia na teach, so kuna mali nilikuwa nimeajiriwa but na nikaacha. So tukaendelea na life until until things began. So it was like January, December, then January, February, March, April, May. So in May, I was pregnant. In May, I think I was almost 3 months already. I was already pregnant, but in May I was
3 or 2.
I was 2.5. I was almost 3 months pregnant. So na yote tulikuwa tunaplan harusi ya one of us, our closest friends, na tukaendelea na preparations na nini. Then afterwards something happened. I don't know what I was doing in the house. I think tulikuwa tumelala usiku. Then my husband was telling me, nimeamka nimeota ndoto mbaya. Then kuamka asubuhi I was bleeding. Nikamwambia nina bleed na sijui ni kwa nini, na ninasikia pain. So akaniambia tufanye aje, ama tuende hosi. So he had to take me to the hospital. He did not have any money on him, but now he was like, tutafute basi ataka ni hosi ya Kanjo tukupeleke, labda watakusaidia wakuangalie. So tukaenda. We went along Zambezi. Kuna nini kwa hapo juu Zambezi. So tukaenda, tukafika, nikaangaliwa, wakanipea madawa. So they were thinking that I'm still pregnant. They thought I was still pregnant. So they gave me some medicines to go and take. But me tukirudi home, I'm like, hapana, this pain haishi na sijui ni kwa nini. So tukarudi home. After tumerudi home tukakaka. Then that weekend nikakuwa worse. I think it was on a Sunday. It was on a Sunday morning, anafaa aende church. Jumi nilikuwa nimelemewa, namwambia yeye aende. So yeye akaenda church, mimi nikabaki home. Our church was not far from where we used to stay. So nikiwa home nikamcall, nikamwambia nimelemewa. So he had to call a friend of ours, mimi alikuwa karibu, akuja nishughulikie. So venye alikam kunishughulikia, we prayed together, and I was like, niko na uoga. Niko na feel niko na uoga fulani. Like things are not okay. So akakuja kanichukua, Yeye akaenda akashughulika wa church, akatafuta mtu ako na gari atupeleke hosi. So nikapelekwa hosi moja, nikaambiwa we tumekufanyia scan and it's like it's normal, ni kama imeshatoka. Nikasikia vibaya, but nikasema let me just be strong for my sake and for my husband's sake. So nikapelekwa another hospital, nikakuwa transferred ndo niweze kwenda kufanywa hiyo nini ya kuoshwa procedure ya kuoshwa. So kaenda nikashughulikiwa and it was really painful because sikufanyiwa nini ya ile ya kukufisha ganzi mwili yenye sasa ufanyiwe the rest, because I think it was expensive. So nilioshwa tu hivyo and it was really painful, but I thank God because it was safe and nikarudi normal, nikarudi poa. But now at that time, because he was not always around, I had to go back home. Na ilifika point juu sasa kina mama wakaanza kunishughulikia, my parents, na at that point alikuwa ameshaacha job na akaanza kufanya his own business.
That was during that procedure yake kuoshwa. I remember that's when kazi iliisha, because this what happened. I called my boss nikamuuliza. I called her and that time and asked her, kindly can you help me with this and this, and because I was expecting nipate pesa za kumpeleka sasa hospitali, and she was like we can't give you money, you will have to wait until the end of the month, and that was in the middle of the month. So I was like kama hii kazi haiwezi nishughulikia, and I had worked for that company for like 3 years. So I was like kama hii kazi haiwezi angalia maslahi yangu, why work with that kind of people? So hapo ndo nilitoka, I resigned, nikasema from now, hata niliachia tu hapo, nilisema after that acha hii kazi ishe kama haiwezi shughulikia familia yangu, na nikaachana nayo. So I thank the family. Her family came through for us that time, and even for the cash to pay, for the money to pay to the hospital, that the family walishughulikia. I had some, lakini the rest wao walishughulikia. So I thank the family. Her mother and the family walikuja through for us. So and that time ndo nikaona, because we are just 2 of us, and nimeanza sasa kabiashara, nikasema mama yake akani request, akaniambia, because wewe unatoka asubuhi, kindly acha akuje home akae na endo wakuwa na wanamshughulikia. So the family has helped us a lot. So we thank God.
Yes, so that is how it happened the first time, and I was like, God, this is just too much. Why is this happening? Then I thought it's the end, ile ya sasa hata ingine kikuja, because in the hospital they encourage you and tell you, don't worry, another one will come and this one will stay. So I was expectant, so I got pregnant again. Siku kawia, I got pregnant again. And pia siku ka after nimejua niko pregnant again, I went to the hospital. Jolko wana recommend when you get pregnant immediately go to the hospital. Yeah. So I went to the hospital, but to my amazement or to my shock, pia hiyo haikuka. I had another miscarriage. So now this is the second time it's happening. I don't know what to do. I'm losing my mind. I'm like, me and my husband, we're like, now what is happening? Things are not working. Things are not going. Even financially, things are not working for us. So what are we supposed to do? It was really a very tough time. Tukaendelea kujipa moyo. We are very grateful to our pastor then, who was Pastor Joseph. He really stood by us, and that he prayed for us together with the wife, and he was working with us through that journey. And I remember me becoming pregnant again, and this time I was not even excited about it. In fact, we quarreled about it, me and my husband. Tulianza kukosana. He's like, I don't have money to take you to the hospital, And me, I'm like, even me, it's not like I want this because I'm tired of this. Sasa tulikuwa tumeshaeka mind yetu ilikuwa zile za itatoka tu, you know. Tushazoea itatoka kama hizo zingine. It was not even fear anymore. It was like, this is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
This is the third one. So we were like, sure, itatoka too, because now I was beginning to feel the pains again. And I'm like, no, baby, ball nataka kutoka tena. And he's like, me, I don't have money. Tuliquarrel, tuligombana, tukakosana. That night atuongeleshani, we are like, we are all in pressure. We are all going through the same pain. Me, I'm like, I'm the one who is feeling the double pain, you know, both pains. And he's like, I'm also feeling, no, we are not even understanding each other. Nobody's consoling the other. Then I remember that morning, I was like, me, I understand. I understand what you're going through, but I am scared of being pregnant again. So when the third one, wakati nilipata miscarriage ya 3, I became so scared. In fact, we decided we are not getting pregnant again. We decided because we were like, no, this thing is not working. I'm not getting pregnant again. I don't want pregnancy because I used to fear it, to really fear getting pregnant because I saw that haita work. So, and I remember nikimiscarry hiyo ya 3, ilikuwa imekuwa norm. In as much as nilikuwa naumia, pia nilikuwa encourage. God was comforting us. God was giving us strength at that time. Na mtu anaweza kosa kuona uko na strength hiyo time. Mtu anaweza kosa kuona uko na nguvu. Unaweza kosa kujiona wewe mwenyewe uko na nguvu hiyo time. Unafikiria you are really broken until uvuke ndo utajua yenyewe I was really strong. Yenyewe God was really there taking care of me. Things were in place because our families, they really stood with us. Hawakutupea ile pressure ya sasa. They were praying for us. They were really praying for us and telling God to help us during that time. And I remember that God really comforted us during that season. And there was nilikuwa na miscarry, I think the 4th one or the 3rd one. Nilikuwa na miscarry ya 3 tukiwa church. And I ndo nilikuwa na lead prayers. I think it was on a Saturday, then I miscarry. Then on Sunday morning, I was the one leading prayers. And I told God, I will serve you regardless. Sitakosa kwenda church because ati nime have another miscarriage. I will go to church and I will still serve you. Because you are the one who gives people. You give and you take, and you have a reason for everything. And the fact still remains that you love us beyond. You love us unconditionally. So the more that you love us, I also love you. I don't care what is happening now. In fact, I told the devil, you will not take away my joy of serving the Lord. I will serve God regardless. So I remember that morning I went to church. I led prayers and I was there in church and I was just so happy. And I was so fulfilled and so comforted that regardless of what I'm going through, I am okay and God is with us. So tuliendelea tukushikana mkono. We had to shift from the house that we were in. We went to another house, a smaller house, ndo tuweze kubalance our lives economically, financially, and in all other aspects. So while we were there, I got pregnant again. Yes, it happened again. I didn't expect it, but it happened again. And I was expectant, really by faith, praying God and telling God, now this one will remain. This one will, declaring, praying, waking up in the morning, telling God that now this is the time, your time has come for you to do a wonderful thing for us. And I remember 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, ikatoka tena. And the same, I was supposed to be taken to the hospital, so nichekiwe. Because now, ilikuwa sasa imeanza kuarouse questions. Do you have a problem? Is there a problem in your body, in your system? What's happening? So tukaenda Kenyatta, nikaangaliwa. But nikiwa naangaliwa, everything was okay. In fact, the doctor told my mom and my husband, because they were the ones who took me to the hospital that time, that my cervix is okay, my uterus is fine, everything is okay. So they don't really know what is triggering whatever is happening. So when they told me that everything is okay, I was satisfied.
And that was before we had gone to another hospital, Kangemi, you remember?
Yeah,
they had given us a report of you have something
ovarian cyst.
Ovarian cyst.
Yes.
And what else? There is something else they said. So ndo tukashindwa, what is this? What is happening?
Now they told us to go to Kenya.
Yes, and the ovarian cyst, they were saying that imekuwa sana. Imegrow sana, so she will have to undergo a procedure.
Surgery.
Yes.
Or surgery.
Yes. So then after that ndo tukaenda Kenyatta, and the report came negative.
Yeah.
So you were like, oh, God, you're working things out, eh?
Telling me that everything is okay. Now the previous night, Juno nilikuwa miscarry, nimepelekwa Kangemi, wakaniangalia and they were like, you have it's like a cyst on your left ovary. Na kwenda Kenyatta, nikachekiwa, they told me that everything is okay. So you were like, let's continue pressing on in prayer. Let us not be discouraged. It was not easy. I would cry myself to sleep. Sometimes he wouldn't even know. I would ask myself questions. What is happening? And you know, sometimes at that moment, even people will talk about you. You won't even know. People will think you don't know that they're talking about you, but you will just know they're talking about you, either negatively or positively. Others will talk about you in a good way, praying for you and encouraging you. Others will talk about you in secret. They will show you that they are with you, but in the secret place they know they are asking themselves questions. Maybe they are thinking evil things about us. So it was not a really easy time for us. It was not really easy. So I remember our friends, Pastor Steve and Pastor McKenna, at that time, they were really encouraging us and praying with us and telling us, everything will work out, everything will be well. It might not look like it right now, but that time will come. And they were really standing with us in prayer and praying for us and encouraging us. Yani, all those people who were encouraging us, our parents, my mom in Moranga, my mom and dad here in Nairobi, they were always standing by us. Walikuwa natufuatililia and telling us, are you okay? How are you doing? So I remember that third miscarriage, I had to now go back home to my mom's place because he was working and sikuwa na mtu wa kuniangalia, so I had to go back home. So mama alikuwa ananiangalia na anani-encourage, and I remember there was a time I told my mom, I went to her room. She came to my room and she was telling me, I was telling her, I'm so discouraged. I feel like I am so depressed and I don't know what to do. I am asking God questions. I am asking myself questions. I'm like, God, I am serving you and I am still serving you. And it's not like I am going to stop now, but I want to know what is happening. Is there a problem somewhere that we need to tackle and we don't know about? And it was really disturbing me, but my mom encouraged me and he told me, it's the righteous, they suffer in the kingdom of God. People, we go through those temptations, trials, but we still come out victorious because the winner is ours. God is with us and God is the winner. We are on the winning side regardless of whatever we are going through. So you just know that you are a winner. Start living like a winner. Don't be discouraged. Live like a winner. Don't look at your surroundings and whatever you're going through physically, but act like a winner, live like a winner. And I remember those words really encouraged me. And I was like, God, I am your minister and I will continue to minister regardless of whatever I'm going through. I will stand tall, I will stand strong because you have given me the strength. And that is where you come and realize that it is not by power nor by might, but by the Spirit of God. It is never by our own strength, because when we rely on our own strength, hatutaweza. People are going through a lot and if we continue relying on our own strength hatutaweza. So I remember that time God was really with us hata kama iko inaonekana hivyo. And some of our friends, not really close, they even told us to go somewhere to see if we can get a child.